Good morning, YouTube land! I don't know why I started like that, but whatever. I'm doing it for the fun at this point. So, this is gonna be my first ever reaction video. Would you look at that? A brand new restart. Gotta start somehow. Anywho. So, we are gonna be reacting to a video of my favorite binge watching channels. A man, an absolute unit of a gigachat. We named Bisky. So, before we start, before we do anything, we're gonna do the following. Pay attention here. Subscribe, ring notification, and like the damn button. Okay? That's him first before you watch my reaction. Okay? You watch his first, and then you come to me. Okay? We supporting each other and whatnot. Anywho, so we're gonna be reacting to a video called "When Superman Saved Justice League from Getting Squad Wiped by Doomsday." Now, for the uninitiative, Doomsday. Now, Doomsday, he is a man of focus. He's a man of ambition. And honestly, he's the man who don't basically want to fuck around, man. Like, even Darkseid looks at him and be like, nah, I don't fuck with Hombre. Hombre is no good news. Like, this is him in the comics. This is a terror, a menace even. Like, before we even start, let me show you just how like he basically put the fear of God into Darkseid. Like, okay, look at this shit, look at this shit. They basically want to like meet up with him and whatnot, and just I just want to log on onto the panel. Like this specific panel over here, it tells you everything you should need to know about this menace over here. Like, here it is. Look at that! For the first time ever, look at Uncle! Look at Uncle reaction! Darkseid experiences in the very first time the fear of God in his life. Look at this shit! That's how fucked up that we are talking about in this moment. Like, this is so sad. God help. God help them. So, without further ado, let's actually start with the damn video.
At the destruction of the city, and then 4 police cars rush towards the scene. And by the speed of these cop cars, I know somebody must have called and told them it was an unarmed, innocent black person minding their business. But then the scene changes and we see Doomsday.
The menace!
And before I continue, I want y'all to watch.
Oh, is that the hurricane? I need to know the context behind that image. Oh my god, man. What is that? me forcing my 12 years old to watch cartoons that are not brain rot or cocomelon.
Watch the amount of cars and buildings that get destroyed in this movie. I thought the MCU Avengers were bad, but the DC universe is just as bad in terms of collateral damage. So Doomsday throws this truck for no reason, but before he could raise the insurance prices anymore, the cops pull up. But Doomsday sees this as an opportunity to test out his throwing skills. So he lifts up this Jeep and throws it towards the police, taking out 2 of the police cars.
Bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
No, here go.
But the other 2 police cars manage to make it, and they pull up and get to shooting this nigga on sight. And this nigga Doomsday is just standing there unfazed.
But anywho...
And if I was one of the police officers, I would have instantly reversed the car and went back home. We just shot this nigga with a pistol, a machine gun, and a shotgun, and he's still standing there.
Exactly. Hombre. Okay. Let me show you the actual response of the Metropolitan Police Station response for his entire incident as a whole. Like, look at this shit. Like, they came in with like energy weapons and shit like that, and they were basically bombarding him. And they were actually like putting up a couple of like moves here and there, but yeah, eventually they were gonna get vibe checked, and Superman says, but spoiler, not now, not yet.
So then Doomsday hits the Michael Myers walk and walks right towards the cops. But the cops manage to blow up the gas tank behind them. Then they start celebrating, but then we see Doomsday jump out the fire, and this is where he really starts to crash out. He runs towards the first cop and smashes his head in. Then he kicks the cop car into the second officer, smashing him between 2 cars, and watch what he does to the last one. He lifts up the car and smashes this nigga. I watched this scene 5 times and I still can't figure out where the police officer's body went. The nigga just exploded.
Yeah, Hombre is gone. Wallahi, he is finished. Wallahi, he is finished. Oh my god, man. Well, that's the menace for you. But honestly, they nailed the appearance of Doomsday because in the original comic, his containment suit, which is basically like his entire appearance as a whole, yeah, he wrecked up shop. Like, look at this panel over here and tell me that this is not the most menacing thing that you have seen in your entire life. He basically wrecked up shop like bang. Anywho, so continuing onward, not with that, this one.
So now this random girl starts live streaming what's happening so somebody can help. And I guess she gotta get her Twitch subs up because this live stream looking dry as hell. But then she put the phone down and he starts staring right at her.
Oh no. Say something to me. You recording me?
So he starts walking towards her, but then we get our first pull up of the movie. So Hawkman knocks Doomsday in the air and then smacks his ass back towards the ground. But that's not enough to kill Doomsday. He reaches out and grabs this nigga Hawkman and starts doing him just how Hulk did Loki in the first Avengers movie. Then he lifts him up and punches him into the sky. But luckily for Hawkman, Green Lantern pulled up and caught him. So Green Lantern puts him down safely, and I can tell by his face, he is confused as hell while Hawkman thought he could handle this nigga alone.
You went live and said you whoop niggas. You don't whoop niggas. You went live and said niggas know how you get down. Nobody know how you get down. What the fuck?
Nah. Okay. Hawkman, I can believe that he can at least get a few licks in because at the same time, the mace is, for all of my DC enthusiasts, we all know that the mace is made out of one of the densest metals in the DC fiction, which is, the nth metal. So yeah, there's that. Continuity to continuity, it changes strengths. Sometimes it's an almighty weapon. Sometimes it's basically a fucking battle stick. But nah, we're not going to be talking about that. Now, first description or first difference. Hal Jordan was not available in the original franchise or in the original run of the comics. Who was actually there was surprisingly someone else. He is our favorite enthusiast. Our man himself, the Lord and Savior. Okay, that's a bit too much glazing for Guy Gardner, but yeah. Here's the problem, real quick. Like, he's basically okay. He's starting to pull up all fine. Like, he's being his usual self, cocky and shit. And don't ask me why in the 90s, in 1993, is the Green Lantern or the ring in a nutshell was basically yellow. I don't have an answer for you. But yeah, Hombre thought he could solo the guy. But let me show you what happened.
Is you talking about?
So now Lantern is getting ready for his ISO with Doomsday. Then we cut to Doomsday and he now has picked up an entire school bus just to throw it at one police car. But before he could finish emoting, Green Lantern pulls up and starts working this nigga. Then he starts treating this nigga Doomsday like a toy in a toy claw machine, picking him up and then restraining him. But if you've ever tried one of these machines, you know they never work. So sadly, this was not enough to stop Doomsday either. He breaks out and punches Green Lantern into a water tower. And before this nigga could catch his breath, Doomsday is already in the air about to land right on this nigga. So Lantern pulls out the shield to save his face from being caved in, but this nigga Doomsday is not letting up.
I promise you, I'm gonna get you out of there. You don't belong in this.
I promise you, I'll get you out of there, and I'm gonna give you the cartel treatment, homeboy. You're gonna be begging that you are dropping the soap. It's just like the same thing happens to these guys. Like, look at what happened.
He ends up breaking the shield, and Lantern is left knocked out. So now this nigga Doomsday is up 2-0 on the Justice League.
And look at what happened over here. The issue is this. Same shit happened to Guy Gardner, by the way. Like, yeah, he tough and shit. 5 minutes later. My dude. No. Just no. Look. That's how bad the situation has begun. Like, oh my lord. God help them. But yeah, he gone, brother.
We might have to stop running ISO and call for a double team at this point. But Doomsday ain't finished with Lantern yet. He pulls his hand back and goes for a punch. But before he could land, the Flash saves him and rushes him to safety. So now the Flash is getting ready for his ISO. He picks up Hawkman's mace and runs back towards Doomsday. He hits him in the face and this nigga looking confused as hell. Then this nigga Flash starts trolling Doomsday by running around and slapping him and then running off. And peep the little combo Flash did right here. So he continues to hit him, but Doomsday starts studying his movements and then punches the shit out this nigga.
This nigga is trash.
Nah, come on, man. Don't diss the Flash like that. Okay, despite the reality that as far as I am concerned, Doomsday has not met a speedster in his entire life, despite the fact that, okay, we gotta give pointers for the Flash because that's a human. That's a human, and he took a punch from Doomsday, which is basically usually death. But he got his, regeneration factor and all that fun jazz, the metabolism, whatnot. But picking up the mace was actually a pretty good move from the writer to, basically give Flash a legs up. But yeah, we all know that if Flash was not holding back, he would basically, just like how he did with Darkseid Year 1, he will just into his heart or his brain and GG. But we're not ready for that kind of conversation now, aren't we?
And just as the Flash tries to get up, Doomsday is already behind him about to break this nigga's spinal cord. But then somebody throws 3 Semtex grenades at this nigga and exposes his terrible haircut. And damn, I see why he was covering his face. This nigga chopped as hell. And we all know who threw these grenades. It's everybody's favorite super nigga with no powers, Batman. And I'm thinking Batman finna run the fade with Doomsday, but this nigga just ends up running off. This one of my goats too. I was hoping he showed up and had a better performance than this. But
Exactly. You would think that Hombre would at least, he would know what's going on first, and he would be prepared. He will not just arrive in this regular suit alone. I shit you not. We all thought that he would arrive with this, absolute suit. No, not absolute Batman, but something akin to the nature of the Justice Buster, for example. Because Doomsday is not something that you can handle while you're wearing your regular BDCM outfit. No, that's not how it works, big dog.
Doomsday not let him get away that easy. He catches up to him, and now it's time for Batman to get his 1v1 on with Doomsday. Batman jumps off this building, and not even 2 seconds after he landed, this nigga Doomsday picked up somebody's 2013 Honda Civic and is about to throw it right down on Batman. So Batman, now fully understanding this nigga is actually insane, grapples away. But Doomsday is still hawking this nigga down. He lands right in front of him and picks up a whole trailer and throws it at Batman.
Is this nigga serious?
Yeah, he's serious, sweetheart. What do you think?
And this nigga Doomsday is not stopping. He charges full speed at Batman, and Batman does the only thing he knows how to do: throw random bullshit and hope for the best.
Exactly.
But Doomsday is like,
That don't work. There's no way out of this.
Exactly.
You're done.
and at this point, you're probably wondering where Superman is. Well, the scene changes and we find out Superman is actually on a date right now with Lois. And inside the restaurant, we got this random waiter lying his ass off. So yeah, I was fighting against Superman, and I was really working his ass too. I was gonna kill him, but I didn't want to do little bro like that.
Stop the cap.
Okay, so in the original comic, he was with Lois Lane for a point, but prior to this entire incident, or his entire involvement with the Doomsday stuff, he was basically, I mean, you know, just by the cover art and such, but he was basically with another reporter called Cat Grant. Now, Cat Grant is another reporter at Metropolis. She does not appear a lot in the movies universe. I mean, I don't think that she is hardly mentioned. But let me just... He's in... Cat Grant. Now, okay. The issue is this with this particular entity as well. Now, look Okay, truth be told, comics wise or live action wise, in the comments, okay, just in the comments, smash or pass. I mean, if, to all of my comics enthusiasts, there is this infamous comic. Oh my god, my X-ray vision is picking up weird plastic symbiote. Yeah, that's. Oh my god. So yeah, Cat Grant is for the comic book enthusiasts and the ones who are basically from the Netflix show. So let me know in the comments just just one thing only. Smash or pass. And that's it.
Tom, Clark sitting there giving him the Stephen A. Smith face. So then Clark and Lois start talking about why Clark is so secretive. And Lois is thinking he's cheating on her, but then Clark tells her,
I'm Superman.
and she's not buying it at all. But then he takes off his glasses, and that's all it took for her to be convinced.
Look at me.
Oh my god. This is insane.
This pissed me off so much too. She moving just like Dr. Doofenshmirtz whenever Perry the Platypus pulls up.
A platypus? Perry the platypus?
Really, nigga?
But mid-combo, her phone rings and the news station is trying to get her to come see what's going on. Yo, Lois, we coming to get you. These Justice League niggas are getting packed up. And Batman just ran out of shit to throw too. It's not looking good over here. And before she could get off the phone, Clark was already gone. But at least he did leave her $3 and a note to read. So Superman rushes outside and takes off. Then we cut back inside the restaurant and Lois opens up the note that Clark left her.
He getting sick for real. Oh, I mean, at this point, can we even judge the guy? He has a type. He has a type.
And she was shocked as hell. She wore her favorite pants for this day and she didn't think that Clark noticed. But she can't waste any more time. Her Uber helicopter pulls up and they head to the fight. So now we cut to see Doomsday taking on the entire Justice League. I don't know how Cyborg ended up in this position, but he ends up getting his arm ripped off. Then Aquaman jumps on his back, stabs him in the chest while Martian Manhunter is trying to get some hits in. Doomsday smacks Martian away and then sends Aquaman flying into the building. Doomsday rushes at Martian, but he turns invisible and phases through his punches. Then we cut to see Batman talking to Martian on the comm link. Hey Martian Manhunter, you think you can take him? Hey Batman, you think you can help, nigga? I would, but I'm not there yet. Nigga, I can see you. You're breaking up. I'll hit you later. And remember that 2013 Honda Civic from earlier? Well, here it is right behind Batman. They down there trying to figure out how they're going to explain this to their insurance company. They should have upgraded their policy to the 24/7 superhero collateral damage plan, but it's too late now. Guess you'll be walking home now, nigga. Well, you know, if you still have a house. So Doomsday sees Batman up there and turns to go fight him. But Martian tries to stop him, and Doomsday palms this nigga's bald green head and throws him into the gas pump. Then it explodes. And if you don't know, fire is Martian Manhunter's weakness. And it's crazy because in every movie and show, this nigga always finds a way to get set on fire. And he comes out looking crazy as hell too.
Oh
that fire
God.
got him looking just like a Call of Duty zombie after you get the nuke power up.
Oh my god. What
Who's that? Okay, so that's the problem with me and DC animated movie universe, whatever you want to call it. The issue is this: the removal of the heavy hitters, such as the Martian Manhunter and the Cyborg. The issue was these two are basically heavy hitters, like on par with the Kryptonian himself. Let me be blunt. Martian Manhunter can fold Kryptonians. They can give them a run for their money. And Cyborg is basically a goddamn walking, talking mother box with the N-word pass. And to those who don't know mother box is, it's basically one of the most powerful items in the DC universe. And you mean to tell me that Hombre in each goddamn movie, he either getting arms ripped off, legs ripped off, or even worse, getting fucking quadruple amputation. Make it make sense. Okay.
But Batman ended up finding some more random stuff to throw at Doomsday to get his attention. So Doomsday responds by throwing a truck right at Batman. But luckily, Cyborg sent the grapple out for Batman to escape on. He didn't have the best landing, but it beats getting hit by a truck in my opinion. So at this point, the entire Justice League is cooked. Hawkman got turned into a two-piece wing combo. Green Lantern's ring is on low battery mode. Flash, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter are knocked out, and Cyborg and Batman are just hiding.
Embarrassing.
Doomsday not finished causing chaos though. He looking for any more cars to throw, cause I mean, hey, why not, right? But before he could cause another insurance claim, Wonder Woman pulled up just in time.
Yeah, boy.
So they run at each other and get to boxing. Wonder Woman really putting the hands on this nigga too. But then he kicks her back and it's time for round 2. Oh nah, this is a crazy camera angle. The cameraman knew exactly what he was doing with this one. And I know some of y'all watching hella bricked up right now.
Yeah, that's the problem with. Okay. I don't know if it's a common trope, fan service, whatever, really. It's not the first time that we have fan service in the DC universe. I mean, for the love of everything, we have Starfire and Raven. Nobody talks at this point. Like, we can't judge each other at this point. So the problem is this: each time, whatever, any movie at this point, we just have a goddamn angle shot of Wonder Woman. Like, it makes us, especially like this motherfucker over here, bricked up as hell. Like, look at this, like just. That shot was important for the plot, by the way. Like, I have to tell you right now, that's how the writers are justifying themselves. Dude, no, that's fan service, okay? And we are here for it. Don't try to, yeah.
Y'all niggas should be ashamed of yourselves.
Nah.
So Doomsday comes rushing at Wonder Woman, but she ends up tackling this nigga and starts punching him while using him as a literal skateboard. But peep Doomsday's face though. He is bored as hell right now. So he ends up slapping her into a building, but she ain't going down that easy. So she gets up and gets ready for round 3. And Doomsday immediately starts punching without hesitation. But turns out she wasn't even there. And then she pops out and lassos Doomsday and starts swinging him around into, well, you guessed it, more cars for no reason.
Why?
And this nigga Doomsday is still alive. And then he throws not 1, not 2, but 3 cars at Wonder Woman. She dodges the first 2 and then cuts the second one in half and starts using it as a weapon. Not gonna lie, that was pretty tough. Then Doomsday grabs her face and slams her into the ground. But she manages to get back up and runs towards him with her sword. But he ends up breaking the sword and punches her right in the face. Then he launches.
No. 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 I'm gonna stop you right there. My brother in Christ, to the writers, to everyone, you mean to tell me that the sword of Wonder Woman, the one that is called God Killer, by the way, it got snapped, it got shattered, it got. You mean to tell me that this is not applicable to the comics over here? Man, look at this shit. She injured him. Oh my god, man! And you mean to tell, like, this is from a comic, by the way. Like, I guess the writers were huffing glue at this point. I digress.
And starts beating the hell out of her. And I'm like, damn, what did she do to make this nigga Doomsday that mad? So now it's looking like GG for Wonder Woman. She just got hit with the Chris Brown ultimate finisher, so it's not looking good for her. Then he picks up her sword and goes to stab her. So now we finally got Superman on the scene and he's ready to get down to business. But before that, Wonder Woman grabs his hand and tells him,
"If you beat Doomsday, I'll let you hit it from the back. I know Lois can't handle you, but I can."
And this was all Superman needed to hear to lock in. So they rush in at each other and this nigga Doomsday ends up using laser vision. I'm watching this like, when the hell did he get this move?
And it is not canon. Hombre is okay. No. the writers of this movie are glazing Doomsday a bit too much. Not even in the comics does this gray motherfucker. Like, no. You mean to tell me that this motherfucker, who terrified Darkseid, by the way, you mean to tell me that he can also shoot laser beams? Fuck no!
So Superman ends up on a wall and flies right back towards Doomsday. Then we cut to see the newscaster reporting what's going on down there. And at first, I was confused on why the people weren't screaming and running for their lives, but I remember that this is normal for them. This is just an average Friday afternoon in a superhero universe.
Exactly.
And while this is happening, Lex Luthor is watching the news while going to his lab. And he is enjoying every minute of Superman getting his ass beat right now too. And then we cut back to the city and these cars are piled up on the bridge. Then the bridge starts shaking and Superman and Doomsday come flying in and smash this lady's car, a random 18-wheeler, and 4 cars. I'm telling y'all, man, they really do not care about the cars at this point. And this nigga Superman flies over to rescue this lady, and you think this nigga will open the door like a regular person, right?
No.
This nigga rips open the roof of her car.
Is this nigga serious?
Here's Superman!
This would have had me mad as hell. There's so many better ways you could have got her out of that car. And sadly, he doesn't even get the chance to save her now, because Doomsday throws another car and comes right in and grabs Superman and starts ragdolling this nigga. But y'all know Superman. If it's a woman within a 1-mile radius of him, he's gonna do the absolute most. And this is probably the best fight sequence in this movie, so y'all pay attention. So he lasers Doomsday, then gives him an all-you-can-eat concrete buffet, followed by a couple of face shots for dessert. But Doomsday took that personal and slammed him into the car, then threw him right into a truck. Then he picks up the truck and slams it on the ground. But Superman was ready for that. He blasts out the truck, grabs part of this car, and smacks Doomsday with it. Then Doomsday hits this nigga with a choke grab and then throws him into the bridge wall and starts stomping him out. This is the exact move I use when I see a roach. I don't care if I break the whole floor, that little nigga has to die. And I don't know why these niggas are sitting around watching. If he doing this to a super nigga, what y'all think he finna do to y'all regular niggas? Y'all better skedaddle down that bridge or hop in the water. Doomsday kicks Superman into another truck and then jumps in the air. But Superman got the bright idea to use the bridge ropes to tie Doomsday up. But that still wasn't enough to stop this nigga. He starts breaking out and causes the bridge to fall. And this nigga Doomsday has a whole boat and launches it right at Superman. And I don't even know where he got this hoe from, because there wasn't a boat on the bridge, so I guess this nigga just went and found one. But Superman catches and throws it right back at him. Then flies down and grabs this nigga's hair and pulls him through the bridge. Then Superman ends up getting thrown back into the city and spiked into the ground. And Doomsday is still crashing out. He punches Superman in the face and then throws him right at the helicopter. But Superman a real nigga. He not finna let his girl Lois get killed, especially now that she's thick. And remember when I told y'all that Superman always gonna go the extra mile when a girl is around? He gets a piece of metal and then hits this nigga Doomsday into outer space. Then follows him and starts shooting lasers at this nigga. But as soon as he starts getting the upper hand, Doomsday hits him, grabs his cape, and starts headbutting him on the way down. Then he starts punching Superman over and over and over until they finally hit the ground. But Doomsday is the only one that gets up after. So he looks towards the news recorder, and I know that nigga was shaking scared as hell. But before Doomsday could make a move, he gets blasted by a green laser beam. And at first, I was like, okay, I guess Green Lantern's ring is fully charged and updated to the latest software. But turns out it was Lex Luthor. And normally, I'm not a fan of this Humpty Dumpty head ass nigga, but
Humpty Dumpty looking head ass. My perspective of him is Johnny Sins looking head ass, but we are not ready for that conversation. Not yet.
there's really nobody left to stop Doomsday. So I'm rooting for you, bro. But also just know that I will not care if you die.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So Lex starts talking Doomsday down while spraying him with more lasers. Then he turns up the power and blasts Doomsday away. Then he flies to where Doomsday landed and starts giving him the same beatdown he gave Wonder Woman. See? That's karma. Then Lex pulls out a sword and says,
Now to get a piece of you.
Now to get a piece of you.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
but clearly the feelings were not mutual with Doomsday. So he uses his laser vision to blast him away. And that's just more karma right there. If he had to ask for consent, maybe Doomsday would have given him a piece. You never know. So now Lex's machine is fried, and Doomsday jumps on him and starts ripping apart his mech suit. Then he picks him up and throws him. But just before his bald ass could hit the pillar, Superman flies in and saves him. And Superman a better person than me. If I saw my biggest hater getting beat up, best believe I'm gonna be sitting there watching hype as hell just like this.
Grab his dick and twist it!
So Superman charges at Doomsday and ends up rolling through this building. But then he gets up and remembers what Wonder Woman told him. So he can't afford to lose this fight.
He remembers the permission to go.
So he flies at Doomsday and they go punch for punch and make a big ass shockwave. But when the shockwave ends, Doomsday hits him right in his stomach, sending him flying off. And turns out Superman's girl Lois is still trying to see the action. And girl, at this point, you might as well sub in and fight Doomsday too, cause Superman is getting done dirty right now. Doomsday slams him into the ground, then grabs his cape, chokes him, and puts him in one of the worst positions to be in. Backshot position. And if
Oh my lord. No, they fucked him up. They fucked him up big time. At least in the comics, he got the Bane treatment. I mean, semi close to a Bane treatment. But yeah, you know, tomato. But the good question is that the fighting scene was it was a little bit more expressive in the original comics. And the good question was why Lex Luthor was there in the first place. I mean, in the original comics, the man was ginger, by the way. Like this over here is Lex Luthor, okay? And he basically bagged Supergirl. Let that sink in, okay? Let that sink in, by the way. Like I need my Supergirl here with me, like impressive, most impressive. Anyway, I digress. Harkening back to the video, please, I beg of you.
front of your girl of all people? Nah, just kill me now, nigga. Cause I just realized they're still recording this shit too. The whole world just saw Superman take back shots from Doomsday. This is crazy work. Then he just slams his face into the ground afterwards. And one thing that we all are probably thinking is where the hell is the rest of the Justice League? It's been a whole day and they still haven't came to help. And I know this is a DC movie, but this did come out in 2018, so that means that the Avengers are still in their prime. I'd be yelling my ass off for anybody to come help at this point. Cap, Thor, Cap, Thor, we need you. But sadly, the only person that came to help was Lois. She threw a rock at Doomsday, but I don't know what that was really gonna do.
Really, nigga?
But I mean, realistically, she doing just as much as Batman did this whole movie. So now Doomsday is about to kill Lois, and Superman is down there debating if she's worth saving. Because Wonder Woman did give him an interesting proposal. But Superman is a man of his word. He not finna let his girl get killed in front of him. So Superman powers up and goes straight at Doomsday's face. But sadly, Superman also got stabbed in the stomach and dies.
How?
And I'm just wondering why Superman didn't do this before. This wasn't even a crazy ability. He just punched his face really hard. Could have ended the movie like 40 minutes earlier if he had just started with this. But yeah, man, Superman is actually dead. And y'all want to know who finally shows up? The damn Justice League. This had me so pissed. Where were y'all niggas at? Wonder Woman is the only one with a valid excuse right now, because she actually put up a good fight. The rest of y'all niggas are getting new jobs today. Green Lantern, we're taking you down to the pawn shop and seeing how much that ring is worth.
Okay, truth be told, the angle for, like, I don't know how to put this, but the angle is weird, not gonna lie, for the death of Superman, like the final frame, his impalement and whatever. The issue is this, I can't get around it. Like, how did we go from a punch into an impalement? Like, straight away, at least in the comics. Let me show you. Like, at least in the comics, it was something better. And yes, also, by the way, Supergirl came to his backup in the original comic run. So, yeah, go watch that. But at the same time, like, and, you know, he bid Lois goodbye. But, like, look at this final frame real quick. It's the original image of his death, which is basically being captured in the cameras of Jimmy Olsen. That's the one. That's the killing blow. So riddle me this real quick. How did we go from this?
Batman, since you is worth 40 minutes earlier if he had to just and powers up and goes straight at Doomsday's face. But sadly, Superman also got stabbed in the stomach and dies. And I'm just wondering why Superman didn't do this before. This wasn't even a crazy ability. He just punched his face really hard. Could have ended the movie like 40 minutes earlier if he had a...
I mean, it's the problem of power scaling at this point, and Doomsday is a... How can I say this? He is the unk of the entire planet of Krypton, because he basically aired out the wildlife in there. He basically like cleaned up the room to establish the homeworld of Superman, which is basically fucking Krypton. Yeah, this is the motherfucker who is supposed to be the sole reason why Krypton is basically a civilization. That's why. But
just started with this. But yeah, man, Superman is actually dead. And y'all want to know who finally shows up? The damn Justice League. This had me so pissed. Where were y'all niggas at? Wonder Woman is the only one with a valid excuse right now, because she actually put up a good fight. The rest of y'all niggas are getting new jobs today. Green Lantern, we're taking you down to the pawn shop and seeing how much that ring is worth. Batman, since you want to throw shit, we're going to sign you up to a 10-day contract with the New York Yankees. Hawkman and Flash, we're going to move y'all to Amazon Prime delivery workers. And I don't want to see a single package late either, Hawkman, or I'm putting your ass in a deep fryer. Aquaman, you're going to be the lead manager at SeaWorld, and on the weekends, we're going to have you giving boat tours to the kids. Martian Manhunter, you're a little too ugly to work a regular job, so we're going to see if Ben 10 wants you. You'll make a fine addition to the Omnitrix. And Cyborg, I don't know about you, nigga. We're just going to take you down to GameStop and see how much trade-in credit we can get for your body. But don't worry, guys. Superman ends up coming back, but that's the video. This is one of my...
And for all of the people who are basically comic book enthusiasts, we all know who that is. That is Hank Henshaw. And whoever does not know who's Hank Henshaw, just look up Cyborg Superman. And that one is basically one of 3, by the way. So I'm not gonna spoil it, but if you wanna rewatch the movie, look it up. I digress though. But there are a lot of valid points being given here. The point of where the fuck was everybody? Like, why are they soloing this shit? Like, the power scaling is so fucked up in this movie, it's not even funny anymore. Like, in the original comic, like, all of them ganged up. Like, like Booster Cold, Storm, Guy Gardner, the best equivalents to the Martian Manhunter and Superman. They all basically like grouped up and tried to jump Doomsday. And in the first appearance of Doomsday, like Hombre was first cannot able to like basically rattle up Superman. And you are telling me that in the first punch that Hombre was immediately knocked out. No, this does not function like that. But yeah, I digress. In the original comic, the response team was a little bit more different than the original Justice League, which is basically this one. You can call it the equivalence of a Justice League of America, but what do I know? But I digress. In regards of that department, yeah, Doomsday is a menace. But in a best recreation of the final image, which is the Superman, we're going to be looking at this one, which is from the Justice League Unlimited. You see what I mean? Like that was an actual comic book accuracy of the scene over here. So, yeah.
Favorite DC animated movie, so I had to cover it. And also, if y'all haven't seen my latest IG post, I made a roadmap for the channel called the Beastie Cinematic Universe. This isn't everything I will be releasing, but it's just a small glimpse into the future of this channel for this year. Oh, I also got these 4 videos here that I'll be putting into phase 1. Also want to say shout out to my girlfriend. She did do the voiceover for Wonder Woman, but I'm
God bless that woman.
tired of talking to y'all niggas. Cue my outro music.
And, you know, thanks for watching this whole reaction. Make sure that you do the, whatever the usual stuff is. Like, subscribe, and, you know, hit that like button, smash that like button, violate that subscribe. Okay, that's a bit too much. So, yeah, hopefully I'll catch you all in the next reaction video, huh? I mean, hopefully this will be a good start, no? Anywho, take care, huh? Be good people.